Hey there, y'all. It's been a very long time, so I figured I'd provide a good old update video on my 2012 Toyota RAV4 Limited, as well as updates on some other stuff that's been happening with me. So first I'm going to start it up, talk about some stuff that's been going on with it. See the reflection? I'm wearing a North Georgia shirt. I'm not going to North Georgia for college. $56,790 miles. It's 66 after sitting out in the sun, so that tells you that it's a pretty nice day out. It's probably like high 50s or so right now. Went down to the 40s last night. That's really rare for me, considering probably a couple weeks ago it was like high 60s at night. I'll just put up AC a little bit. AC system isn't really good in here, but along with some traction issues, like when I turn and my traction light here flashes on even like dry pavement and all that, I've been really satisfied with the RAV. As you can see, I've put probably about 4,000 miles on it since I made that video back in November, and that isn't a lot for a lot of people, but considering I'm just a kid in high school whose most driving is school, which is 10 miles if you combine, about 10 miles if you combine the total drive, and to work, which is about 15 if you combine the total drive, and work is only on weekends, school is 5 days a week, so I have put a pretty good amount of miles. But big thing contributing to that mileage too was the fact that my dad and I, we went over to see my sister, which, as y'all can see, the Rogue is back home. My sister came home on Thursday, and unlike last summer, she'll be home this whole summer. My dad and I went over to see her over at her school, and we spent the weekend there, and I thought it would be fun to take the RAV on the trip because my dad's XB, he already drives it a good bit. It probably has the equivalent of about 13,000 miles a year on it, so I just figured it would be fun to take a trip in a RAV and also keep the miles off his XB. Plus, that XB has really disappointing fuel economy. It gets like 22 or something, and it has a 14-gallon tank, so he has to fill it up very often. Well, meanwhile, the RAV, I was able to take it up to Huntsville, drive it around there, and drive for probably about 30 miles before I needed to gas up again. But now that I've basically given a basic car update, I figured I would just start to talk about some personal updates. So first, about this channel, I just wanted to say, wow, this is the problem with me just making impromptu videos like this, just suddenly deciding, you know what, today seems like a good day to make a YouTube video. Is that I made this channel way back when I was just starting my year in 8th grade. My first video was an in-depth tour of this RAV, filmed in that garage space right there, now occupied by my mom's CRV, which is obviously gone right now. And when I started out, I had dreams of becoming really big. I thought it'd be cool to become somebody that makes money from YouTube, gets like 20,000 subscribers at least, and go to all the dealerships in Metro Atlanta and film the vehicles, even go big and go to like Motor Cars of Georgia, film some exotics. And after 8th grade, just filming some people's cars, like I filmed the people that used to live there's 4Runner, filmed the guy who lived right there's Yukon and old Plymouth Coupe. He unfortunately passed away last year. That was just a random personal note, but I'll go back to other cars. I filmed some other family friends. I filmed their Corolla and their old Toyota truck. So I did have some people that I filmed the vehicles of, but after that, I just didn't really feel like filming anyone. And that leads to something else as well. I'm at the point now where I started with saying that I started this channel in 8th grade. I'm graduating high school in 2 weeks. More like 3 weeks, but I'm finished up with classes in 2 weeks, and that's really exciting to me. The fact that I started this before I even started high school, and now I'm finishing up high school, about to start a brand new chapter of my life. I won't be living here anymore. I'll be living a good bit away. I'm still going to be in state, not at North Georgia, but I'm going to be far away enough that I'll have to live in a dorm. So that's going to be kind of nervous, but I'm really excited about that. And with that being said, I've never really carried a lot of the promises I made with the channel. Like, I've promised that I'd make something new. So that's why each video I joke, I'm going to have something new in 6 months, because that's what it ends up being, is that I finally filmed something I like and I put it up 6 months later. So the plan that I was having was, I wanted to reach out to some of my friends, like some of my friends I've had in high school, and maybe ask if I could like film their vehicles, like film a little like quick video of it, maybe film like an in-depth tour even, and just do that as kind of like a little nice goodbye kind of thing, because some of these people, I may not even be seeing them again. Like, I have one friend, he has a Subaru Crosstrek, a new Subaru Crosstrek. He's a really good swimmer. Like, he does swimming and all that, and he got on a swimming scholarship for a school out of state. That's a pretty good bit away, and I don't even know if after high school I'll be seeing him again. Some of my other friends, they're just going to be going to the big university around here, if y'all know what I'm talking about, and if I come back home, I'll probably be able to see him again. Some of my other friends, I probably won't be seeing again. The people that I knew from school, that I didn't really build close friendships with, that'll be kind of okay if I don't really see them in person again, because I didn't really build close bonds with them. But with these people that I've actually built friendships with, like, this summer is going to be really valued, because I'll be able to be spending time with these people that I won't be seeing very often. I won't be seeing them at my lunch table every day, or in my AP Gov class every day, or just at all in general, you know? So I'm just going to be cherishing these final moments. Like, my sister moved on with her life. My sister graduated high school in 2015, and she has a couple friends from high school. Like, when she comes home at Christmas and stuff, she goes out and does stuff with them. Like, they go to Walmart like midnight and stuff, but a lot of the people from her high school, she's just lost contact with. And I know it's good to build new friendships in college, but I just want to keep with the friends that I made in high school, because back when I was in middle school, back when I made this YouTube channel, the other car YouTubers, those are really my only friends. I didn't really have any close friends like I do now. It's getting hot in here. This is getting deep, so I gotta turn up the AC. The people that were like the car YouTubers, like RCG, who has a Mustang now, like Broro Car Whiz, those types of guys, those are really my only good friends back in middle school. Those are the only people I could really have like good conversations with, and I thank y'all for that if y'all are still around. I know Brooke's still around, but I don't know about some of those other people. But with the people I have now, like high school, like freshman year, that's when I made like some of my first real good friends. Like middle school, these people I talked to them, but I never really texted them or anything. I never really had close similarities with them. Like people would like talk to me and stuff in middle school, but I never really carried good social connections from middle school. So now that I'm in high school, and like now that I've made it these past few years, and I've held on to some steady friends along the way, gained new friends along the way as well, especially, I don't want to just leave these friends behind, you know, because this has been really special to me. And then as soon as high school started, I started to get into social media, because before, the YouTube was my social media. As soon as I turned 13, I made the Gmail and I made the YouTube. But I didn't make a personal Facebook, which I soon deactivated until freshman year. I basically just friended everyone that was around close to me, you know, and I didn't really feel close bonds with that. But then, like early October 2013, I think it was the 3rd, I made my Instagram account, my personal Instagram account, and that's what I use now to keep up with people around me. And making these social media accounts, like my Twitter, which I basically just use to look at memes now, but I use it, I don't really see it to check on people, I just use it to make memes. But just making these like more personal social media accounts, Snapchat, which I just started using my account I made freshman year a couple years ago, just making these social medias, these personal social medias, have really grown me more as a person. And I've been focusing on what the people around me are doing. It's not like, because I remember back when I made the car tours, like early 2013, there'd always be like drama and stuff, like people making fun of this guy named Tall Dude because he rode the bus. Like, that was one thing I remember. That was like, dear God, what were people doing? Just stupid stuff like that. And now that I'm here, almost done with high school, having had a pretty good last few years. Like, I mean, I've had some downs, but I've had a pretty good life, and I've had some pretty good friends, and it makes me so happy that I've built some good friendships. Like the fact that I'm able to have 3 other people in here actually using my back seat. That's the good thing, is that I have friends, so I can actually use my back seat to take people around. It's not like the Ranger. The Ranger, I had a passenger here still too. It wasn't just me by myself driving around all the time. And that's probably what it would have been if I was the way I was still in middle school. This would be an empty back seat. Why would I be driving the RAV? I could just still drive the Ranger. I wouldn't need to be carrying these people around. But as I became more social, I realized, like, I don't know, I just kind of fell off YouTube. Like, I made the Camry tour when my dad got rear-ended in the Rogue. That was my most popular video still to date, with over 30,000 views, and made a tour of Dad's XB when he got it a couple years ago. But I haven't even made a video of my mom's CRV. She got it in July, and I don't even ride around in it very much. Like, I've ridden in it sometimes, but like if it's like on a break or something and my mom's like, let's go to Sam's Club for pizza, I'll ride with her in the passenger seat. But I've never driven a CRV. I haven't needed to drive the CRV because the RAV's so nice as is. I'd only drive the RAV if it was like bad weather or I needed to carry stuff around, because the Ranger wasn't really good for those situations. But the RAV is about on an equal playing field as the CRV when it comes to features and drivability and all that. So I haven't really needed to drive the CRV. And like my channel, like a lot of the other channels that had probably like 300 subs when I was just starting out with like 50, they've grown to like 3,000, and I'm in the hundreds. But I'm surprised at how much I've grown without even making videos very much. I've probably grown more without making videos than I did when I was making videos, and that's pretty interesting in my opinion. So, this has been a lot, y'all. I'm sorry, and I know it's just the same view, but I figured I would just talk about what's been going on. Like, I haven't been making many videos, and I know that. Like, YouTube hasn't been that big of a priority. And I still like cars, but cars aren't as big of a priority as they used to be for me. Like, I went to the auto show with my dad back in late March, and that was pretty good for me, but I'm not as intent on, like, I don't go to the car blogs every day. Like, I have an account on a site called Opposite Lock, and I post stupid stuff on there sometimes, but I'm not as in the loop as I used to be. Like, I have a new Consumer Reports auto issue that I need to read through, but, like, I couldn't be able to name you, like, the new trim levels of the 2018 Equinox that just came out. And the only reason I've seen one is because I passed a Chevy dealership going to my work. Because I don't really need to be looking around for cars, because I have a good car right now, and I found a good one for my mom already. So I mostly, when I look around, I look for stuff that I'm interested in. Like, when I go to Patagonia's website, I'm looking because I'm looking into buying something new. And because I've bought a lot of jackets already, I don't really need to look at their website anymore. That's kind of the same thing about cars. If I start looking at a lot of cars, like, I think it'd be really cool to have something like a little Lexus sports sedan, like a Lexus IS. I just think those are just nice, elegant vehicles. Like, the elegance of a 3 Series, but the reliability of a Toyota. And I just love that idea. But I know it's not happening, so why get my hopes up? Same for my phone. As y'all probably saw, my phone's had some issues. My fingerprint sensor doesn't work on it anymore, and I've thought about getting like an iPhone or something, but at the same time, it's like I'm in my family's contract. Today marks 1 year, by the way, since I got the phone, but I don't need to take time to look at phones, because it'll just make me interested in a new one. Well, I know I can't get a new one. I know that the one I have now, besides the broken fingerprint sensor, is fine. So I just basically need to realize that what I have is good, and I'm thankful for what I have, thankful for what my parents do for me, and thankful for the fact that I have this job, and that my parents are still so nice to pay for certain conveniences, such as gas and my cell phone bill, that allow me to buy nice things, such as my Patagonia, or my free runs, and those Pegasus that y'all saw in an older video of mine. So, basically, long story short, this is really long, just sitting in the same position. Y'all probably thought I was going to be starting up all the cars, but that's not happening. I just wanted to say, if you listened through the whole thing, thank you so much for listening. And thanks to those of y'all that were there, like, at the beginning, that were, like, by my side, and were online friends of mine. I thank y'all so much for being that way, and I'm just looking forward now. I've just got AP tests this week. I got to get through those, and then 2 more AP tests. I had 3 this past week. 2 of those weren't really good, and one of them was a class. This week is a class out of last semester, so thankfully I'm having like review for that, but that's going to be pretty difficult, and I'm really looking forward to heading down to college. It's going to be a good experience. It's going to be a big difference from now, but I hope with making this video I cleared up a lot of the stuff y'all have been wondering about. How I've been feeling, why I haven't been taking my YouTube channel very far, all that. It's because I just felt like I haven't needed to. Like, YouTube isn't as big of a priority as it used to be. It's just, I just like to make videos to just show y'all what's happening with the cars, because the cars have a presence there, so I don't want to just leave people hanging about what's happened with those. Again, I just kind of went off this just unscripted, just kind of had an idea of what I was going to talk about, and then I just went on with it. So again, for those of y'all that stuck through, thanks y'all so much for listening, and I'm going to turn off the AC, turn off the rev, and head back inside. Have a great day, y'all. And happy belated Cinco de Mayo. Olé!